morning, or depending on when you're listening to this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told how to voice the radio, and I'm on a train right now, and I never intended to record on a train. That wasn't on my bucket list, that wasn't something I was particularly looking to do, but big news has gone and dropped, and my only choices were to wait 5 hours until I get to a hotel and try and record then and upload at like 11 PM at night, that's no fun, or record on a train. Very clearly, I've chosen to record on a train. If this sounds a little bit rubbish because of the aforementioned recording on a train, you'll have to forgive me. But they've gone and revealed the Charizard EX Premium Collection, and Charizard gets a lot of love in the Pokémon TCG, but also people get pretty excited when Charizard comes around in the Pokémon TCG, so this is something we need to be having a little bit of a look at. And yeah, I know Charizard does get a lot of products. It feels like this is just the yearly Charizard box. Well, it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is. It's due for release on the 20th of October. And of course, it features Terra-type Charizard EX. We've got a release date. We've got official images. We've got everything to suggest this is something worth getting incredibly excited about. So what does it say on the blurb? Blaze a trail of darkness with Charizard EX. Charizard EX burns up the opposition's lead with the cunning firepower of a Darkness-type Pokémon. Evolve it from Charmander and Charmeleon, then use its strong ability and attack to make a roaring comeback. A full set of card sleeves helps you keep your deck looking great, and after the battle's done, you can put this special Terra Pokemon EX on display in a durable card protector featuring a handy magnetic closure. And what we get when we get this box is an etch foil promo featuring Charizard EX, 2 foil cards featuring Charmander and Charmeleon, 6 Pokemon TCG booster packs, a magnetic card protector with display base, and 65 card sleeves featuring Charizard as a Terra Pokemon. And then obviously a code for Pokemon TCG Live. Of course we're going to have a code for Pokemon TCG Live. And there's several things about this which make it interesting. Firstly, we've got the Charmander and Charmeleon, who are clearly going to be, you know, foil and lovely and all of that, which is cool. Secondly, we got a Charizard EX, and it is in a way new. It's not 100% new, but it is alternate artwork, it is an exclusive promo, Black Star promo, all of that. It is something we're going to be wanting to get a little bit excited about. But also there's a magnetic display case, which is not the kind of thing we usually get in these kind of boxes. That is a little bit new. Now, in terms of the magnetic card protector, I'm assuming it's this thing in the middle here. Like, this is the part of the box where we would find a Jumbo promo or something along those lines, and we don't. We find ourselves a magnetic card protector. And I kind of love this. Like, over in Japan, they've been doing card frames for a while at this stage. That's just been a thing, and we don't get them over here. Japan has, every few months there's another couple coming out. It's just not a product we ever get here. This kind of seems like a bit of a middle ground, a bit of a look. We're not getting those frames from Japan, that's just not a thing that's happening, but don't worry, we can have these instead. It remains to be seen how durable they are, how cool they are, etc. We don't have an image of them displaying a card or any of that. We're going to have to wait and see. All we've really got at the moment is your kind of stock box images. For that, I can only apologise. But this is still very, very exciting. It's new. It's something we haven't got before. And we're so used to these boxes kind of repeating the same kind of stuff that when we get something like this, giving us something a little bit different, a little bit unique, it's kind of cause for celebration in a way. I don't know whether they're going to do more of this, but it does seem weird, like somebody's been paid to design this, to develop this, it's gone through product testing and all of that. To do that for something that goes into one box would be, frankly, a little bit weird. So, a little bit out on that one, we'll have to wait and see. As for the sleeves, they're Terra Charizard sleeves. They're fine. The artwork is a little bit different to what we see on the booster pack, but there's obviously an awful lot of similarities. They're fine, alright? They are Charizard sleeves, they are Terra Charizard sleeves, either you love them or you don't. But you know what, they're still cool sleeves, they're still new, we are good. But then we get to the promos, and look, I've mentioned a Charmander and a Charmeleon, they're reprints. It does specifically say on the box that they are foil. 2 foil cards featuring Charmander and Charmeleon, and they're not foil in the set. Like, blatantly, they're obviously not foil in the set. So the fact that we're getting foil versions of them is pretty gosh darn cool. I'm not sure that's a reason to buy the box per se, but it's at least a nice little selling point. But then we get Charizard. And it's very, very important to note, this is different from the Charizard we've seen before. We've seen Charizard, we've seen the full art, the set Ruler of the Black Flame is out in Japan, we've had our pre-releases. It's not a secret that card is out there, we've all seen it, a load of people have pulled it at this stage. But that doesn't mean that it's not exciting and it's not cool to have a new version of it. And this does raise a very interesting question. Is Japan getting this card? Because we've seen a million times where Pokemon take a version of a card out and stick it in another box. I mean, we've seen it, the Verizon EX box as a nice little example is a box where they took regular Verizon out of a set and they left the full art in the set, but they took the regular version out to use as a promo. This isn't new, that's just one example, we've seen it a million times. It was absolutely possible for Pokemon to go, look, in the set, we've got the special illustration rare, we've got the gold version, we've got the full art version and the regular. There's 4 different versions of the same card. We don't need 4 different versions of the same card, so let's take one of them out, use it as a promo. I don't know why exactly they've gone and basically given us a 5th different version of the same card. That is frankly a little bit strange, alright? That is unusual, and at this stage, like promos like this that are alternate arts of cards in the set, if Japan are getting them, they generally get them around about the time of the set. We've seen this a million times before. Now, we are expecting a special set coming at the end of the year. Maybe Japan get it then. We have got you get a shiny set at the end of every year, right? There is a very good chance that this ends up in there, but I think for Japan, that's pretty much the only option at this stage. Like, if they were gonna get this, they would already have it, unless it was being saved for this shiny set at the end of the year, which Japan have used that in the past. These sets, you know, the kind of set that goes on to be Crown Zenith, for instance, they've used this as an excuse to go, you know what, we can do this, let's just catch up on all the cards that they've had in the West but we haven't had in Japan. So I think that's pretty much the only option. This could actually be the kind of thing that ends up being a Western exclusive. It is absolutely in the realms of possibility that this is a card that Japan just doesn't get. Now, in terms of the card, it's still Charizard EX, it's still a cool card. The ability is phenomenal. It lets you, when you evolve up, search your deck for free basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. That is a great ability. You do have to evolve up into a stage 2 to use it, which is annoying, but that doesn't mean it's not a great ability. And then Burning Darkness, the attack for just 2 energy, which is not a lot, does 180 plus 30 for each prize card your opponent's already taken. I am genuinely convinced Charizard is good. I am not yet convinced it can survive as a stage 2, and that's kind of the point for a lot of stage 2s at the moment. This is clearly a good card. Whether it is good enough to deal with the fact that it's a stage 2, that does unfortunately remain to be seen. But I've seen posts from a bunch of top players who are testing it, who are trying it out, who are trying to see how good this card can actually end up being. So you know what? Yeah, this is one I've absolutely got my eye on. As for the box as a whole, this is going to be popular. We've got a Charizard, and it is an exclusive promo, and sure, it's an alternate art, and it's very similar to the full art we've had, but it is an exclusive Charizard. Charmander and Charmeleon as foils, perfect? No. Nice little bonus, yes. It's got cool sleeves, and I want to know more about this magnetic frame. And maybe I'm getting overly excited about something that really isn't that exciting. I suppose we're going to have to wait and see. But this is something which is new and unique and weird, and I really want to know if this is something they're going to keep doing in the future. It releases on the 20th of October. This is very much a new thing. We've seen EX boxes before, but an EX premium collection of this, what's the word I'm looking for? Design? Configuration? I don't know, something along those lines, is not the kind of thing we've seen before. It's new, it's unique, it's got Charizard on, that's a big deal. And I promise you, I have tried extremely hard to pause my recording while the train has been doing the train announcements. Some of them may have bled in. If they do, I apologize. But hey, I recorded on a train. I've never done a video on a train. I mean, I've edited on a train plenty of times. Never recorded on a train. Shout out to the dude on the train who told me I could use a carriage which is reserved but not yet being used to sit and record for my silly little YouTube videos. That dude is awesome, and I appreciate it very much. But now it's over to you guys. Is this the kind of thing you want? Are you going to be picking this up? Which other Terra Pokemon do you think should be getting a box along these lines? Tell me this and anything else you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, that's where we talk Pokemon and a bunch of other card games, and please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching, my name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.